Good morning.
Good morning.
As stated earlier, my book is about a story of triumph, things that I've gone through in life, struggles, situations, failed relationships, run-ins with the police. But you know, you look at us now and you never know what people have gone through in their life. I look at you and I have no idea what your past is. Same thing for me. So I decided to put it all in the book and tell things that I've never told anybody else. There's things in the book that nobody knows. So I told all details in the book, okay? All the failed relationships, running with the law, but God has a way of covering you for the things that He wants you to do.
Yes.
So I will read a small excerpt from my book, but there are many stories in the book. So, as stated, the time had come for my battalion to return home. When we returned to the airfield, all of our families were there waiting and cheering as we exited the plane. I spotted my wife in the crowd and was really happy to see her. She ran up and gave me a big hug. Life was good again. She had come to pick me up in my red Jeep that I also missed. Less than a week back, I ran into a friend of mine that I met when we were moving into our apartment complex. My friend told me he needed to talk to me about something. So I walked over to where he was, and he gave me this look like something was wrong. He said, "Man, a lot of dudes was hanging out at your apartment while you were gone. Some would spend the night, some were even driving your Jeep." My heart dropped. My heart dropped. I really didn't know, and I can't even explain how I felt at that moment. But my mind went blank for a few seconds. Then I began to think about how I was sending all my money back home, how I made sure she was taken care of, and how I left my vehicle for her to drive, since mine was newer than her. My friend went on and said, "Man, I'm sorry, but I said I needed to let you know what was going on, because I remember when y'all got that apartment, and you said you was getting it for your wife so she could be closer to the base, because she was pregnant. I told my wife you were a good dude, and I had to let you know." When I got back to the apartment, I didn't mention what my friend had told me. I went on like nothing was wrong. A few days later, my wife began complaining about her stomach hurting. I asked her if she needed to go to the doctor, and she said she did. She said, "But I already know what the problem is. You've been back 2 weeks, and you done got me pregnant already." So I told her she needed to make an appointment. And I told her I was going to go with her. She said she wanted me to go and that I needed to go. When we got to the doctor's appointment, she told the doctor she thinks she's pregnant. So he had the nurse bring in a cup. My wife took the pregnancy test with confidence. A little while later, the doctor came back in. He looked at both of us and said, "Yep, you're definitely pregnant." I jumped right in. "How far along is she, doctor?" She jumped right in and said, "You know you only been home 2 weeks. So you know how far along I am." And the doctor chuckled and said, "Oh no. You're way farther along than 2 weeks. He pulled out his little card and started calculating. And he said, "I have you as being 3 months along." If Spence could find out how the story ends. That is one of many. One of many stories. I am on Instagram, Ryan Winfrey 06. I am on YouTube under Ryan Winfrey. Thank you all for y'all's time.